You're getting new proper hand dryers, where it moves your skin hand dryers.
Oh, those where
ones.
you can tell how wrinkly you are.
Yeah, and he goes.
Well, when you can do that and you can make fart noises.
I've not tried that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
like with the thumbs like that, like you used to do,
you do
with
that.
the grass in the...
And
when
you
you were
can
little.
make fart noises.
in the dryers.
With the power of the airflow through your hands, you can make fart noises.
You don't stick your arse under it.
No, that'd be nasty.
Unless you need to dry your ass, quick time.
Well, quick time then, and it just have to sort of
That's
like
if the
balance
fart's
on
gone
a
round.
bit. Yeah.
In which
Or you
case,
just sort of like don't trust it when you get older.
Well, in true style, I've been recording this last minute of a conversation, so that's brilliant bit of content
It's
to
a bit
put
of
in there
content
about
talking
drying your
about-
ass.
Yeah.
Bottoms and hand dryers.
Yeah, dry your ass, mate. Should we start this podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to our art podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you. I feel
Emma.
very welcomed.
Who are we meeting this week, Rachel?
Emma, and from Studio 15. And how long have you been with us now?
Do you know what? I was thinking about that. It was
21?
2020.
Was it?
It was around lockdown-ish, because I remember I came and met you and had a look round when we were talking about, they're saying that we might have a lockdown.
Yes, it did, didn't it?
But then I don't think there was a studio available at the time
you had
anyway.
short hair.
I did have short hair.
You had short hair, and you got one of the nice corner studios.
You always say that.
Yeah, it's a nice studio.
Every
isn't it?
time we chat, it's like, yeah, you've got a really nice one.
You got a nice studio.
But yeah, it was. But that wasn't the original one I looked at. But then
No, it wasn't. It was an internal
It was
one.
like a few weeks later or months later, or it was like as lockdown was sort of starting to ease, and I think either you messaged me or I messaged you or something about, what's happening, are you opening up the studios again? And you said, something's become available.
Yeah.
So I think it was sort of late 2020.
God, it's gone quite fast.
So that is four entire years.
My God.
4 entire years. It doesn't feel that long. It's
Doesn't, does it?
Mad. It's mad.
This is really quite scary. My life's just going.
Yeah.
That's
And it's
me.
only going to get faster.
I know it is. 'Cause
Scream
I'm
if you wanna
getting
go
older
faster.
and just everything. Anyhow, so tell me about your art journey and where you started.
Oh, so I was born in... No, I'm not going to get that far back. So I started off in textile design. That's what I did my
Where was
degree
that
in.
at?
So I did my degree at Loughborough.
Lugabaruga, sorry.
Lugabaruga, yes. Or Loughborough, if
Loughborough.
if you're American.
I went to, yeah.
And I did the woven textiles degree there.
All right.
And when
When was that? When did you do it?
I graduated 96.
Right.
Yeah. So came out of there and I worked as a textile designer for
did you?
a couple of years. Yeah, so I got myself a job. I was living back in Stoke still at the time. This is where I reveal I am a Stokey originally.
Well, mate.
Hence the... this isn't going to go into football now, is it?
No. We won't so do footballness, will we?
No,
Maybe.
Oh, I'm football passes me by. It's fine.
Yeah, passes, yeah.
Okay, well that was the last boo then. No more.
Right,
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, I was still living in Stoke at the time, and I'd found a job for quite a small corporate wear company.
Yeah.
So they did like corporate wear, corporate gifts, stuff like that, and they designed ties and scarves for big corporations. Just a little sort of design team. I think there was just a couple of them at the time, and they took me on as a new graduate. This was like in 1997. Everything was still hand painted.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was all, done by hand. If the client wanted, can I have that scarf design in a different colourway? You would literally have to repaint it. gouache on acetate and your layers and all of that. And so I'd just come out of uni and I'd started to use this brand new thing called Photoshop. And it really was then.
I was having babies at the time in 97, 96, 97. I was having babies then at that time. So all that passed me by completely.
Yeah, I dabbled in it a little bit because I had a boyfriend at the time who was doing graphic design. So I was like, oh, this we could use this in this office. So I went and did enrolled myself on a night course, learned how to use Photoshop, and we sort of digitised all of the design system in the company. And it was brilliant experience for me actually, because also we would sort of liaise with the printers and the weavers and all of that. So I got to see the design and manufacture process of textiles all the way through. So I did that for a couple of years, and then I was enjoying it, but I just felt a bit like I'm more than just this, because I was interested in all forms of art and design and whatnot. And I thought, what job can I do where I can paint and draw and design and sculpt and do all sorts of things like that? And a friend of mine said, well, have you thought about teaching?
Teach.
And I was like, no. No. But then I sort of came around to the idea of, well, maybe I could maybe work in a college
level.
Do college tutoring sort of thing.
16 above?
Yeah. So I went and spoke to my old tutor back at my old college, and he recommended go and do a PGCE.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I don't want to teach kids. He's like, go and do a PGCE. So anyway, I went and did it and really enjoyed it. Yeah. And to my own surprise, discovered that I was actually quite good at it.
Oh, God, yeah. I wouldn't think for 1 minute.
No, but up until that point, I was just like, I couldn't stand in front of a classroom of kids and tell them what to do and deal with behaviour issues or anything like that. I couldn't do that. Because a lot of people in my classes now laugh when I say this, but I am naturally quite a shy person. I'm quite no, I am. No, I really am. I really am.
Says her with the tattoos on. And
no, in social situations, I am quite shy. But put me in my comfort zone, like talking about what I know about.
Yeah.
I'm fine. So you could put me in front of a classroom of people. You could put me in front of, I've done like whole school training where, I'd stand up in front of the whole staff of the school and, train them on different things. And I'm fine. It's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm quite shy. And so at that time I thought, there's no way I could go into a classroom and, control kids, because that's what you think it's all about, isn't it, at the time? But anyway, I enjoyed it, and I was, and
this was like high school.
So it was secondary school PGCE. So secondary school art and design.
And that was in Stoke, where you were?
No, I'd moved to Manchester at that point. So this was like 2001.
Right, okay.
This is 2001. I'd moved to Manchester. So I did the PGCE at MMU. Got my first job in Oldham at a school that doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
The Grange School.
Yeah.
Which is now the Oldham Academy North, but they've got a brand new building and they've moved. That was my first teaching job there, and I was there for several years. I was there from 2001 to 2012.
Right.
So, but it was a brilliant school to work in, and I had some really fab colleagues who I'm still really good friends with now. Yeah. And I had loads of opportunities to do lots of other things. So we had quite a strong community aspect to the school, where we would go out and we'd go to Dr. Kershaw's hospice and do workshops with the residents there. And we'd go into all of our local feeder primary schools and do work with the little reception kids, or with the even with the primary school teachers, doing workshops with them, upskilling them on their art and design skills to then work with. So we had loads of opportunities to work on lots of community projects. And so when I left there, my next job was a head of department job in Stockport, and
head department of art.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Any managerial job like that has its challenges, doesn't it?
Does.
So I enjoyed it. It was great. The kids were great. The staff were great. But it's not like just going in and teaching.
No, it's not. No. No.
So, but again, really great learning curve. And I was there for about 6 years. And I was just starting to think, I'd gone through a few sort of personal changes. I'd split up from my then husband, who was still very good friends. And I was thinking about, like you do, money, finances, And I thought, I want to downsize a little bit. I had a big mortgage and this, that and the other.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, I'm going to downsize, buy a smaller place, go part-time at school and explore other things.
Is that when I met you? Was that when you came to us?
No, it was a bit before then. This was 2018.
Right, yeah.
So I decided to... I'd fortunate enough that there was a situation at the school that I was at where they were needing to make some redundancies.
Yeah.
So I applied for voluntary redundancy and took some time out.
Yeah.
Set up Rooby Doo, which is, my...
Yeah, I know Rooby Doo. It's just emailing, it always makes me laugh. Rooby Doo.
So, because I just thought, well, I don't want to just say, Emma Crawley's art classes.
Yeah.
I wanted to give it a name.
Yeah.
And also at that time, I was focusing on more of the kids' side of things, like after-school clubs, kids' parties, stuff like that, because that's what I was used to, teaching kids. But it sort of developed into more about adults, and I got a couple more adult art class teaching gigs, and I just absolutely loved it and thought, no, this is what I want to develop.
Cool.
And so that's sort of how it's from 2018, 19, that's sort of what's happened. So that led me to the studio here because I needed a base to be able to run some workshops from, but also a place to just keep all my stuff because, I was accumulating so many materials for classes and all sorts of different things like printing equipment and painting equipment and easels and blah, blah, blah. And my dining room wasn't very big. And my dining table wasn't very big. So it killed two birds with one stone. And it really helped with the development of me starting to think of myself as a business. Yeah. Because I've got a place where I go and do my work on my business. I mean, I still now do a lot of it at home, because sometimes it's just easier that way.
It's easier though, isn't
but
it?
it's nice to have that space where you can just go and you can say, right, I'm going up to the studio for the day, or I'm just going to, after work, I'm just going to go up there for the evening.
Yeah, shut the door, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Please. That's what I do. Just go away, shut the door, and that's it. Leave me alone.
It's nice.
So what are you doing now? So you've worked on this, and are you getting more people in? Because you always seem very busy.
Yes. So a lot of my classes that I started to run were sort of South Manchester-ish direction, because I used to live in Denton and it was close to Stockport, blah, blah. But now I'm living more this side, I'm Failsworth way. So I wanted to start some things that were closer to home. So I'm doing a lot more North Manchester classes now. And what I'm niching into at the moment is adult beginners. So adults who, they've always wanted to have a go at painting.
They've never had, the confidence to as well.
Or they've had a go maybe watching a few things on YouTube, because there's some brilliant stuff on YouTube, and they've had a go at doing that. But what you don't get is that feedback. You don't get someone there next to you going, that's looking great, that. Have you thought about maybe trying this? Or, if you try this technique. And it's just been it's sort of starting to really take off. So I'm doing quite a few beginners adult art classes. Really and it's just really lovely, because the stories that people are bringing of, I used to love art, but then, I had to go and get a proper job and it all got forgotten about. Or the amount of people, say, "Oh, I got a place at art school, but I couldn't take it up because of X, Y, Z situation."
And yeah.
And people who are perhaps, at that time of life where, the families have maybe moved away, or sadly maybe they've lost a partner or something like that, and they've got themselves at a point where I want to just do something for me.
Yeah.
And their art classes are like the highlight of the week sometimes, and I just love it.
What age ranges are they? Just from like, what's the oldest you've had?
I've had a couple of students sort of in their 80s.
Oh, bless them.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, and it's fab. They're sometimes the naughtiest ones in the class.
Excellent. Well, they don't care really, do they? It's just like, brilliant, brilliant. So, how many in a class?
So depending on the venue, because I do them all over the place,
Yeah.
but normally between 10 and 15 in a class is a good size, I find. Any fewer than that, sometimes it's just a bit quiet. You want to get a little bit of chat going, don't you?
Yeah.
But I'd never want to have the classes so big that I can't give people individual attention.
Yeah.
So between 10 and 15.
Is it sort of like life drawings you do, or is it sort of still life, or is life drawing, is that like...
I do a bit of everything.
Oh dear.
So
what do they do with life drawing?
I
Just
do,
like...
no. I do have a monthly life drawing night that I put on in Marple. So every third Wednesday of the month.
Yeah.
Every third Wednesday of the month, we take over the Locks Cafe in Marple.
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous venue. We have a different model every month, and nude model. And we have about 14, 15 people that come along.
Wow.
Some have never done it before, and they just live locally and they've seen it and they've thought,
I'll give it a go.
I'll just give that a go. And then others are people that are, do it quite a lot, and it's just nice to have something local that they can come to, because otherwise you're either going into Stockport or going into Manchester. Yeah. So it's a nice little local, we've just got a nice little community going, and it's nice having it in the cafe because they've got a bar so you can have a little drink.
Yeah.
Cool. So I do that once a month, but some of my other classes are, I'll do like blocks of classes on different subjects. So I've got one going at the moment where we're doing a 4-week block on acrylic painting.
Yeah, so it's just, so you break it down to 4 weeks, and so you're not just, I don't know, quite a lot of places are just stuck on to that's what you do.
Yeah. And I think that's what I've done sort of over the last few years, where I've tried different things and I'm now starting to realise and settle in on what works best. So I didn't want to do anything where you have to sign up for a whole term, because some people are a bit reluctant to do that, especially people who are maybe at retirement age who like to go off and take themselves off on holidays or days away and whatnot. So they don't want to commit to a full term. I do have one class that's a drop-in class, and that's working wonderfully, and I've got a lovely group of people that come along to that. But just these short blocks where someone can say, do you know what, I can commit to four evenings. That seems to be working really well. And I advertise it as for complete beginners. You know, if you've never picked up a paintbrush, you can come along and I can show you the basics, even of, what types of brushes should you use? What type of paper are the best ones to use? They don't know. And the great thing about Amazon and stuff like that, and the fact that, shops are selling all this art material now, it's brilliant. But if you don't really know what you're buying, people are buying stuff. And so many of my students come to me and go, oh, yeah, I bought a set of that. Don't know how to use them, though. I bought a set of those paints, never touched them. So I'm like, right, brilliant, bring them in. I'll show you how to use them. And so it's sort of, and I think since lockdown as well, a lot of people took up a bit of painting and creativity. But now they're wanting a bit of guidance on, well, how can I get beyond that initial dabble that I've had?
It's important.
It's
important.
it's, and I think that is what my teaching career has given me, this ability to take a concept, and it could be anything. It could be something like lino printing, which I do workshops on, or it could be life drawing, or it could be silk painting or oil painting. And I can look at it and I can go, right, how can I break that down into simple steps to show a beginner how you would approach that? And so that's what I'm finding is really popular, and I think that's what my strength is, in a way.
Oh, no,
as a teacher, being able
You've
to...
got a good background, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
The background's good.
And I just really enjoy it. Such as someone coming in and saying, I've got... My favourite thing is when someone comes in and they see what we're doing in a class and they go, oh, I'll never be able to do that.
Yeah, no. You'll never be able to do that.
Oh, what? We're doing...
I can't do that.
What? I can't draw people. And
you
then in the back of my mind, I'm going, yeah, just wait.
Of course you can.
Just wait.
Of course you can.
Just 2 hours in Emma's hands, that's all you need. And then at the end, they've done it and they'll go, and I can see a little smile on the face. And so I'm like, how do you feel about that? Oh, do you know what? I'm quite proud of that. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. And that is just brilliant.
Bless them. Oh, no, you'd be good, though. You know what you do, you're articulate, you've got a good background, you know. You've done quite a lot of stuff, children and everything. I don't think for 1 minute.
I mean, teaching in schools is hard. It's really hard. And there were,
I couldn't do that.
There were days where, and, you know, hats off to all of my teaching colleagues who are still doing it now. You know, there were days when I would be driving into work just thinking, how many hours till this is over?
Really?
And it sounds awful, and it was nothing to do with my colleagues or nothing to do with, you know, the majority of the kids, but it was hard at times. You know, sometimes you only need 1 or 2 students who struggle with discipline. Let's put it that way. To absolutely just to make you dread a day at work, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And sort of that's why I did get to that point in the end where I thought, you know what, I've done teaching in schools for 20 years now.
20 years.
And but it was still really hard to give up because there's still that thing in your head of, I trained to do this, and I'm really proud that I can do this. I'm proud that I can do this job that a lot of people say I could never do that.
Yeah.
If I leave this, then what am I?
Yeah.
But now I realise, well, I know exactly what I am. I am still a teacher. I am a teacher, but I'm just teaching different people now.
But it's good. It's like that age group, though, because I think that's like really important. Because I think of Bill as well, because he just came in and he always sort of dabbled and everything in arts. And then he came and he's retired, and he came and he was like, saw me in lockdown and I showed him a space and I saw him, and he gave me a hug. You know, you weren't supposed to hug anybody, but he gave me a hug because he just saw my space and went, yeah, I'll take it. And he started off with these tiny, tiny little bits of drawings and everything, and I was like, why are you going like that? Why are you over it and not showing it? I said, you need to start going bigger. Get the confidence to go bigger.
And sometimes that's all somebody needs, somebody to say, go on, you can do that. And he said, you've got permission to do that.
And he says, oh, it's not good. I said, well, what does it mean? What's good? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It doesn't matter. Just keep going it.
Yeah.
Go bigger. Go on, Bill. I said, Bill, go on, bigger. And I want him to go even bigger now because it'll be amazing with those colours he uses. Yeah. Absolutely enormous paintings. So that's what I'm trying to get him to do. But you think he needs to clean his studio out first or whatever because it's just a mess. So I was like, right. He says,
sometimes we like to procrastinate before things, don't we? It's like, oh no, I need to do this first before I can do that scary thing.
Just you need to do it. You need to go and just get out your comfort zone and go to something bigger.
Yeah, and I think that's it. That comfort zone is a big thing.
Oh yeah, it's for everybody.
And it's tricky. You know, like if I'm in a class situation with students that maybe I've known for a while who've been coming to me because I've got some now that have been coming for like 4 or 5 years to my classes, and they know what they like to do. They know what they're comfortable doing. But bless them, you know, I'll come in and go, right, we're going to have a go at this today. And they'll be like, and they put so much trust in me, and I absolutely love it. And occasionally afterwards they'll go, yeah, I'm still not sure about that. But then other times they're like, Emma, I've always wanted to have a go at that, and I'm so glad that you've introduced us to that. And so I feel like it's my job to gently stretch that
Like,
comfort
can't
zone a
you come
little
to me
bit.
and come to me and say to me, come, just get out your comfort zone, Rachel, and go and do some big cabbage, because that's what I want to do. And I've been waiting to do this big cabbage for ages, and but I'm just, half of me is, I'm terrified of doing it. I know it sounds absolutely stupid, and I know what I'm doing, I know the way the work is, but I'm like, oh my God.
But I think
It
that's
doesn't
it.
work.
I think that's it. When you know what you do well, and you it's like, well, I could do that with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
The risk that you're
Yes. And the time and the risk,
and you sort of you're putting yourself at risk of doing something that you're not going to be happy with, and then you'll feel
it's
bad about yourself. And so you've got to feel comfortable in that uncomfortable feeling, I think.
Oh, I think it's like, that's actually very, very sort of like, say, that's a cool thing to say, because it's like, it's the time, isn't it? And that goes with anybody.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter really now if I don't like it, so it doesn't matter. Just, that's what I say to Bill. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But you've got to go through all that.
And what's the worst that could happen? And I know it's a cliche.
Yeah, I know, but you're right.
But it really works. If you actually, right, what's the worst that can happen? Well, I could do it. It could be rubbish. Okay, yeah, but then what would you do? Well, I'd look at what wasn't great about it,
and then,
because I know enough about it to know what I could have improved, and I could just try it again. What have I lost? Time. Well, that time would have gone anyway.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, you do.
Do you need me to come and sit with you?
Yeah, you need to come and sit with me, babe, and just give me like, come on, Rachel, you can do it. Come on, I'll be like, okay.
Emma, the art coach.
I've only done my stem. It looks something not like a cabbage stem at the moment. It looks like a sperm. I'm going to say it on my, looks like a sperm.
It could evolve.
It could though, couldn't it? Everybody comes in and goes, that sperm? No, it's a cabbage stem with the bud. That's what it is, the main bit there. So it's just building up to getting more layers on it and do the embroidery on it. So I feel for your students.
I've got a question for Emma that doesn't involve sperm.
Sorry.
Thankfully.
Oh, I only answer sperm questions.
Sorry.
KUPOD is Oldham's only professional podcast production company. This year we produced a variety of shows with Northern Roots Oldham, Oldham Community Radio and fantastic local charity Little Lady Locks. We've helped local businesses like NB Dog Training, 1853 Studios and Billingtons produce their very own podcasts. Be sound with KUPOD. Visit kupod.co.uk. You teach art, obviously, and you obviously love art. What about your own art? Do you get time to do that? What do you do? Who are your inspirations and all that kind of thing?
You have done a lot of printing, haven't you?
I do, yeah. So I don't do as much of my own stuff as I would like.
It's always the way, mate.
I know.
It's always the way. I know.
And, occasionally I'll go, right, I'm going to have a day in the studio and I'm not going to think about classes. I'm not going to think about planning courses. I'm just going to do what I want to do. And I end up spending the majority of the day tidying up.
Looking out the window because you've got a good studio.
There it is, second mention, thank you. Tidying up and just reorganising my head and my life and all of that. But yeah, I am definitely still at heart a textile, surface pattern, mixed media person. So if you look through my sketchbooks, it's bits of paint that I've sort of splashed and then I've drawn on top of and then I've put it under the sewing machine and then maybe I've photographed it and messed about with it on my iPad in Procreate, digitally sort of done bits and bobs with it, probably whacked a little bit of text on there as well because I love typography and lettering. Yeah, because I forgot the bit, going back to the beginning, when I was in school, I was convinced I was going to become a graphic designer because when you watched films and TV in the late 80s, graphic designers always had like these really amazing loft apartments. Didn't they? Loft apartments and the big drawing board in the corner of the room.
Yeah. So
and it was like, I'm going to be a graphic designer.
Then you just do, if you like. A nice exposed brick.
And I even went and did my work experience at a graphics agency. This is, bear in mind, 1988. So they weren't using computers. It was all hand-drawn.
It was all hand-drawn.
The most technology you had was maybe like a bit of Letraset to do your typesetting.
That's about it, really, wasn't it?
But I absolutely loved it. I loved it. It was like, this is the lifestyle for me. But then, so I was definite that I was going to be a graphic designer, but then I went to college, did my foundation course, and just fell in love with textiles.
Where did you do foundation?
Back in Stoke at Newcastle College. Yeah. I did it the same college that I did my A-levels in. So, yeah.
So I've heard through Luca, and you've got a lot of women's groups that you joined.
So yes.
How long has that been going on?
So
I'm intrigued, actually. I'm very intrigued in that. And I've seen your stuff on Instagram. I'm going, what are you doing there? What?
Yeah, so it started partly to do with like a bit of business networking, really. But actually it's developed into sort of something else. So one of the groups I'm part of at the minute is called Nurture Club, and it's run by a fantastic coach called Simone Callahan. And we meet once a month in Cheadle.
Oh, right, yeah.
And at a brilliant place called Make Good, which is a CIC. You might have seen it online. CIC run by Jen Samani, and they do lots of kids.
So that's just Matt's phone there.
How we do it.
I couldn't hear it because I had my mic turned off and I've got headphones on, so...
Just go dance in the studio.
So unprofessional.
No, he's got to get out.
Unbelievable. Apologies from the producer.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. We'll just like so.
So yeah, I've joined these sort of women's networking, coaching type groups.
Does it help
and
all
just
that? Do you think it helps you?
I found it has actually.
Yeah.
So this one I'm a member of at the moment. It's some people have joined because they want to just get focused on the business. Some people have joined for other personal reasons. They want to sort of get focused on other aspects of their life and how they can sort of move themselves on and set themselves goals and targets and things like that. And we do a little bit of like group work where we, help each other out. It's not for everybody, you know.
Yeah, I know you mean.
Some people I think would just like, sitting in a group with people that I don't know, talking about, my hopes and dreams for the next 6 months. But I found it really, really useful. And so through that, anyway, I've met quite a few other business women, coaches. I've made some really great friends. So I've made a friend. Sounds like I'm at school. I've made a friend.
Made a friend that go out.
Made a friend. The wonderful Claire, who is a laughter yoga coach.
You said this before.
Yeah, and she.
So do you laugh when you're doing yoga? Am I being stupid here?
So it's not actual yoga. You're not like doing lotus position and giggling. It's about laughing on purpose to feel better. And there's a whole science behind it about, when you laugh, there are certain...
Yeah.
She'd explain it better than me.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that happen in your body when you laugh.
Yeah.
Certain chemicals that get released.
Yeah.
And your body... See, if she hears this, she'll know that what she said has gone into my head.
Yeah.
Your body doesn't know when you laugh whether it's natural or fake.
Doesn't it?
No, your body doesn't know. So you're getting all the goodness of a laugh, even if you're faking it.
Well, I didn't know that.
I know. So I went along to one of her sessions. She does a regular one at Gorton Monastery, and it was amazing. And you stand in a circle, and you're doing. It feels really cringe at first because it's like, I want you to look.
Would die.
Oh yeah. And you do feel a bit like that at first.
Yeah.
Look at the person next to you and just go, ha, 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 ha. Just fake it. And everyone's just like, ha, 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 like that. But then it doesn't take long before you're laughing naturally because it's just such an absurd situation.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You're just laughing naturally, and they get you doing like these little silly little activities and stuff. It's like icebreakers at the beginning of like
to do for
whatever.
Training and work.
I know, but it really works. And then they do. I can't remember what the name of it is now, but at the very end, you're all lying down on the floor, normally in a circle with you sort of. If you imagine like a wheel, and your heads are in the centre, and your feet are pointing out. Yeah. So you can't see anyone. Yeah. You don't have to look anyone in the eye, so you're not feeling self-conscious. And they go, right, just start making some laughter noises. And you start with these proper belly laughs, and you can't stop.
Yeah.
Because the wave of laughter goes up and then it starts to die down, and then you'll hear someone just like snore or make a funny laugh. So then you'll laugh
start
at that
laughing.
because that's just
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And it can go on for like 10, 15 minutes, just this wave of laughter from this group of strangers going up and down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a bit of an evangelist for it now. So when I did my first art retreat last year, last September.
All right. Tell us about that.
So last September, I took a group of people off to Wales, and we went and did art in Wales for a weekend.
Oh,
and
that's
Claire
nice.
came with us. And
right.
she did laughter yoga on the Saturday morning. And then on the Saturday evening, because she also does these fabulous crochet workshops for beginners all around sort of mainly Stockport and Manchester, we did crochet in the evenings as well. And we went to Port Merion on the Sunday and we took them sketching around Port Merion. We made our own sketchbooks that we did all of our sketches in throughout the weekend. So, yeah.
Wow.
It was,
God, you're busy, aren't you?
Really busy.
Oh, yeah. God. What other groups are they? So you've done the yoga thingy. You've done your retreats, and so these. I'm just intrigued with these women's groups. Is it sort of like really business focused, or what are you going to? 'Cause that's what I thought it would be.
A few that I go to are because networking. You know, as a person who is, you know, after business and people who might want to come to art classes or book onto retreats or book onto courses. So a few of it are networky. So I've been to a few of those networky type things as well, which are okay, and I've got some work from it. But that is not my natural comfort zone, really. Yeah. It feels a little bit selly. You know, a bit like, you know, oh, I'm here, here's my business card. And they're not like that, you know, they're very nice, and the people that go there are very nice. But I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was my sort of thing. But I think that's it, because these last couple of years I've been, you know, totally focused on building up my own classes and courses and building my business. I've been just trying to dip my toe into all sorts of networks like that, just to see what sticks.
Emma, I have another question about art and business. So because you learned to teach, did that make making art a business easier, because you kind of had, well, I can offer a service around art? Do you think you would have been able to go into business in art without the teaching, or do you think there'd be something, if you hadn't have done that teaching thing, do you think you would have been able to make art a business? Because it is a hard thing to do, isn't it?
That's a really interesting.
And business people are often quite different.
Yeah, and that's a decision I sort of had to make, because when I first started to think about coming out of the classroom and making my own, art, my own business, I was doing my own artwork and trying to sort of sell that as well, like doing prints and cards and things like that. And I found that I didn't have enough headspace to concentrate on both things at the same time. And I had to make the decision, do I fully go all in for developing my art and selling my art, which was... It was an unknown territory to me because I'd been a teacher for 20 years. Actually going out and selling your art and making contacts with galleries and doing all of that. It was like, it would have been lovely, but I just didn't think that was my skill set, really. And so really over the last couple of years, I do still do my own stuff. For my own pleasure, but I'm not anymore feeling like I need to validate myself by going out and selling what I do. It's like I don't need to try and do that anymore.
I understand that.
I'm just going to focus on, helping other people to do that. And what's lovely is a lot of my students now, they're going and getting some of their work printed, and they've got maybe friends who own a shop or own a gallery, and they're getting some bits of their work into there. So I'm sort of doing it vicariously.
Yeah.
I'm almost thinking, maybe I should become an agent and help them sell their work.
Yeah.
Should be getting some commissions, like,
Yeah. But I mean, I have had ideas like that of, maybe getting some prints of their work, and we'll get like a stall and we'll do a thing with all of the students from the classes. But that needs a lot of headspace to concentrate on doing that properly. So that's on the back burner at the minute.
What you could do an exhibition, use our space of all your people.
Yeah.
You do your stuff and the progression, or the work that they've done recently.
And it would be interesting as well, actually, because a lot of the work that I do with them is quite, let's say, traditional.
Yeah, of course.
Traditional work, because that's what a lot of the people that come to my classes, they're of that sort of. Yeah. That they want to learn how to paint a landscape or blah blah blah, and so I that's what I'm teaching them. But so it might be interesting, for them. I'm sure they would love to come and meet some of the artists and makers and designers and creatives that we've got here.
It's for everybody. It's just everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just not for one person or a particular type of person.
Exactly. And I think that's it. I think there's just we're going on to a completely different topic in a way, but there is so much snobbery within art.
God, of course there is.
Because
yes.
I mean, I'm teaching art, yes, but I firmly believe that there is such a massive crossover between art, craft, design. To me, I've got a foot in all of those three camps in a way. Because I trained as a designer, but, I specialised in a craft, which was woven textiles, weaving, dyeing my own yarns, setting up my own loom, weaving my own fabric, which is a craft, a dying craft, unfortunately. But then I'm teaching fine art principles of painting and drawing, and so it's and those are some really interesting conversations that I have with my students as well. They'll have gone to a gallery or something like that, and they'll say, "Oh, I saw this painting by such and such. I didn't really like it. This modern art. What do you think of modern art, Emma?" So then we
You're always like, they're like,
but how can that sell for millions of pounds? A pile of bricks. How can that sell for £1 million?
A bed. And make beds.
So it's it prompts lots of interesting conversations.
No, that's good though. I think it's really good. An interesting career there.
Do you think there's room for you to evolve back into the art stuff, your own stuff, like because you think about your life and your career and the teaching is something you may or may not always want to do, and you may sort of to do less of it, and then because when it's art, you made art your life. When it is your life, you're not just going to stop doing art, are you? Stop being an artist. I guess maybe once you get a bit later on in life and you're not doing so much work, you could maybe focus more on your own stuff. Do you think that would be? Yeah,
maybe when I don't need to earn a living.
There's always that, isn't it?
I mean, that's the sad thing, isn't it? We've got to have a balance in what we do to be able to pay the bills.
Pay the bills, Oh God, That always has to interrupt it.
I always feel with most things that I do that if I can't do it properly and if I can't give it my full 100% attention, then I don't really want to do it. And so that's why my own artwork has sort of gone to the wayside a bit. I've got sketchbooks. I'll take my sketchbooks out when we go out places, and I like to keep my hand in like that. And mainly as well because to prove to myself that I can still do it, but also I like to share it with my learners as well, with my classes, because they like to see what I do, and they can see something that I've done, and they'll go, "Oh, how did you do that?" And I'll go, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll show you." And so it feeds into, and they show me things that they've done in their own time, I'm learning things from them sometimes as well, because they'll go off and go to other teachers sometimes. They'll go, "Oh, Emma, I've got to admit, I went to a clay workshop at the weekend," and it's like, that's fine. I don't teach clay. It's okay.
I don't teach clay. That's cool.
But they'll come back and show me things that they've done, and I'm like, "Oh, that's great. How did you do that?" So it's all good.
Oh, bless you.
But I don't think there'll be a point where I obviously there will be a point where I have to stop teaching because, you know,
Yeah.
we're getting older.
No, we're not. Yes, we are.
It's one of those things, though, teaching, that as you get old, you know, the older you are, the more you know.
Yeah.
It should be the case. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
always the case, is it? But, you know, certainly in terms of a particular skill set, like art, you know, you learning all the time. So it's really just a case of whether you want to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've got more to give in some ways, and who knows what the world will be like and how things will be done as well in another 10, 20, 30 years or whatever. So,
Well, that's it. I mean, with sort of online stuff, you know, one thing I've sort of not touched on yet is how much online workshops I do. And that was because of COVID. When COVID hit the in-person, face-to-face classes that I had couldn't happen anymore. And I had a whole raft of people who were feeling quite isolated because a lot of them had to, what's the word? Couldn't go out.
Couldn't go out and go see the families.
Isolate, and so there was a demand there of like, you know, can we record it? Can we do it on Zoom? Can we do that? And so I very quickly, and also with the day job in school as well, we were doing online classes. So I very quickly upskilled on, you know, how to record, edit, and send out, you know, recorded workshops. Cool. And so I've carried on doing that now. So the majority of classes that I do, especially my weekly Wednesday one that I do, which is a 3-hour class, I record them all still, even though they're in-person classes. Okay. I record them all, edit them, and the people that come to the class get a copy of it for a recap. Yeah. And some people that can't make it that week, they buy the video.
They buy the video.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. I didn't know you did. Oh, brilliant.
So I've got like a bank of probably about 150.
Wow.
Different art tutorials on YouTube.
Oh, brilliant. No,
they're not all free to view. But they're there.
Oh, brilliant.
Quite often I'll be in a class with a student. Yes. Maybe I've met them for the first time, and they've gone, "Oh, I've always wanted to paint a picture of my dog." And I'm like, "I've got a video on how to paint a picture of dogs."
There you go.
There you go. I'll send it to you.
Oh God, I didn't know you did that as well. Oh, you're always thinking.
I've got many fingers in many pies.
You're always
Rachel.
thinking. I know you have, sweetie.
So the answer to my question before of like, would you have made art a business if you hadn't gone into teaching, would probably have been yes, because you're quite entrepreneurial.
You are.
That's a side of it. It sounds like it from what you're saying.
I never thought I was, but I think this last couple of years it probably has. And I've tried lots of different things, and some have worked and some haven't. And I think that's it. It's sort of taking a step back, isn't it, and looking at okay, tried that. That's not great, but let's go down this avenue, and you know.
That's the key to being successful is failing however many times and learning you know, and just persistence. Persistence. Yeah. Learn. Like you said, not flogging a dead horse. This is done. What do I do next? And then what did I learn? Because you'll always learn skills that transfer over to the next project or whatever.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, I went into teaching at the age of 26.
Right. Okay.
And without ever thinking that is what I wanted to do. And so it's really difficult to think, well, what would I have done if I hadn't done that? I don't know. I was a completely different person, as we all were.
Oh, yeah, of course.
In our mid-20s.
Mid-20s. I was in mid-20s having babies, having my boys. That's my mid-20s.
Yeah. Oh, I held off till I was 30, you know.
Oh, damn it. I was like 97, I had Alex. It sort of like went by and by there. No, but you are. You're not afraid to do things like the online classes.
Yeah.
And, you know,
and some of it's born out of necessity, and others is like, do you know what? Let's just try this and see what happens. Because, like your cabbages, what's the worst that can happen?
That's it. I know.
It looks like a sperm.
Oh, no, it does look like a sperm.
I guess the worst that can happen, I guess.
Because it's all white at the moment, because it's just thinking the worst that can happen is a sperm. Nobody comes in saying it's a sperm, because I want to do like a freestanding cabbage. So
I really need to come and look at your sperm.
It's freestanding.
Yeah.
Freestanding sperm.
So we said it's sperm. I said, no, it's not. It's cabbage. Just go like that. Just ignore them. You know?
Yeah, don't listen to the haters.
No, I won't listen to the haters.
What's the difference between a sperm and a cabbage? I don't know, but I feel like there's got to be a joke in there somewhere.
Definitely a joke in there.
There is a joke
It was a joke from the 70s from someone who is now possibly cancelled.
Possibly, yeah. Bernard Manning joke, I think.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, you're just like,
Anyway, I'll have a think about the punchline and maybe
you'll
come back next week.
Punchline of them.
Yeah.
But it does look like a sperm, and I've just got it late. But I'm doing other stuff now, so it's fine. Doing other stuff.
If this podcast was about you, the episode would be The Sperm and the Cabbage.
It would be, wouldn't it?
The Sperm and Cabbage is a good name for a pub.
Sperm and cabbage.
I'll meet you down Sperm and Cabbage. What are you having?
Yeah, they're the sperm and cabbage. Because that's what another business name is, like cabbages and nettles. So, cabbage is good.
That's better.
Yeah, cabbage and nettles.
It's more appealing.
Yeah, would have been sprout and nettles, but I thought cabbages was good. Anyway, I'll shut up.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to actually ask.
Go on, fire away.
What are you having for your tea? We just discussed this before, but I'm having a lasagna ready meal from supermarket. That's what I'm going for.
So you're very lucky in that you have caught me on a week where I have planned our meals for the week.
Bloody hell, I can't plan meals.
This doesn't happen very often.
Oh, I can't get... Do you get bored? You sort of like night today. You think, right, we're having like sausage and mash, say.
Yeah.
And then it's today and you're like, I really don't want that. Do you get like that?
Well, we were having this discussion this morning. On the weeks where I am quite organised and I've planned the meals for the week, then what I find is, if I know what I'm having, I really look forward to it.
Oh,
it's
dear.
like, I know. Oh, yeah, I'm having that tonight. So, yeah, I'm having... And the reason I have to plan my meals as well is because I've got a job where I could be out whatever time, teaching in the evening, teaching in the day, could be over in wherever in Cheshire or whatever. My other half has got quite a 9-to-5 job, which is, regular, but I've also got a teenager who's a vegan. So I need...
You always get them, don't you? You always get them.
They sneak in.
You're always getting them, yeah.
So I've got to... I do need to plan, what is going to be something that I can heat up later when I'm in, something that Glyn's all right with, and something that we can maybe do a slight variation of for Lyra. So tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be
having
sausage.
All right, okay.
Curly fries. And beans. Sausage, beans, and curly fries.
I love sausage and beans.
Yeah. That's on the menu tonight.
That's all right.
Yeah. It was very nearly sausage and mash, actually, which made me smile when you mentioned sausage and mash. But I'd had that last week, so I put on the plan, I was like, no, let's go for something different. Wedges, chips. I've got some curly fries in the freezer.
Fries.
What sauce would you have
sauce? What's your sauce?
Well, to me, the beans...
The beans are your moisture.
Serve the sauce... Because I would like to pour them over everything. I'm not one of these ones where everything needs to be separate.
Yeah.
I would let the beans
just
do their bean
make your curly
thing.
fries soggy then, though.
Yeah, you need
curly fries are good because they're crispy.
Crush it, nice and crispy on the other plate, near the sausages.
I'm going to be controversial. I don't mind a bit of curly fry sog. I don't mind it.
No, I'm
bit
not,
of crisp,
I'm
bit of sog. It's okay.
I know what you can call this podcast.
Fine.
Curly fries. What do you think? Curly fries. But it's curly fries not.
It's better than the sperm and cabbage.
I know. But no, you see, I'd have to have brown sauce with it.
Oh, would you?
Oh, yeah.
Brown sauce. Yeah, I do like brown sauce. I would never have thought of putting it with that.
Really? I wouldn't have like tomato sauce.
No.
No.
My mum has a rule. If she's having,
this could be a game changer for listeners. Like you never know.
And I've got to think now that I get it right, because if she hears this and I get it wrong, I will be having serious texts. If she's having like a cooked breakfast or something like that, like bacon, sausage, whatever. She has a rule, and it's brown on a sandwich, red on a plate. So if she's having it on a sandwich, like a bacon butty or something like that, it's got to be brown sauce. If she's having it on a plate, like your sausage, it's got to be red.
Oh.
And you can't mix them up.
It's not a game changer, that. Because I don't like red sauce with breakfast.
No, brown
sauce.
Brown.
Yeah, brown sauce.
Brown.
No, I got a brown. Got a brown.
Love brown.
Yeah,
I love brown.
Sauce. I do, yeah, brown sauce. It's best.
Nick
Sometimes I'll shake it up and instead of brown, I'll have like maybe a nice sort of chili jam or something like that.
Oh, no, that's too disturbing.
God.
That is, that
I thought you were going to be sick then.
No,
Rachel.
that would upset me completely. I'll be like looking at Nick and maybe like that. We go, hey, what's this? No, it's just like brown sauce. You know where you are with a bit of brown sauce, and I think like tomato sauce goes on chips. It does go on chips.
It does, yeah. I'm not mad into tomato sauce, me. I'll be honest. It's not really my thing.
It's
I like it on a hot dog.
hot dog with mustard.
With mustard. You know what I like about you, Rachel? It's funny. You're quite unconventional in many ways, but then in other ways you're like dead conventional, and like dead things are like dead strict, and like you won't be put out your plate. That has to be like that. Has to be like that. They're very set in your ways.
Well, set in your ways. It's like when we came, we had a meeting this afternoon, didn't we? And we had our dinner. So we had this meeting with dinner, and I had tomato soup. But it had to be piping hot. But I had to say to Luca, it has to be piping. I can't have it where it's just not. If it's just slightly up, I won't have it.
And then she pulled this little thermometer out of her handbag and she put it in the soup and she said to Luca, this is not sufficient.
It's got to
Put
be
it back in the
boiling.
microwave.
It's got to be boiling.
That was the right thing.
But what if you start drinking the soup, you're halfway through, it's cooled down, it's not piping, do you leave the rest of it?
No, well, you see what I do beforehand. I will have it a good stir. I will stir it a couple of times and then I will put it back, but I always make sure. But it was piping today.
Okay.
So I'm just going to have lasagna for me tea because it's just easy.
Piping.
So nice.
Oh, it'll be piping. It'll be bubbling. It's like a swamp,
When it goes, does that... Oh, yeah.
It's like that.
Do you burn your mouth a lot?
Yeah, I do. Because
I'm forever burning the roof of my mouth.
Because I'm like dead hungry, so I'm shoveling it in. Yeah. But I know if it's like... Because if it's sort of like tepid or not right, it might be something like the meat's not cooked properly through,
You don't have to worry about that with tomato soup, though.
I know, but I mean, it's like just not right if it's not really hot. Because you're like that,
Yeah.
Things taste better when they're not that hot, though.
No, I like it. Just like,
You're right.
But
if it's too hot, you just don't get the full flavour because you're just concentrating on how many layers of skin are being removed from the roof of your mouth.
I just like it's just...
She likes it. She just likes the pain of hot things.
I know,
That's what it is, obviously.
There's a deeper psychological aspect
there's a deeper thing.
A
deeper, darker twist.
With my sauce, it's got to be right. If it's not, it's like really upset. It does like, I really get let down. I'm like... if Nick sort of kindly makes me something very nice and then I just puts a blob of brown sauce, I'm like, no, gotta like squeeze loads out of it. And shut up, I'll get in the bin.
You know what that little episode did do then? He got some really good jingles in from your jewellery. Because you were shaking the sauce, weren't you?
Is it really a podcast episode if we can't hear all of Rachel's jewellery?
You can hear it all the way through.
Even on the ones that she's not in?
Yeah. In the background.
I think
add the sound effects.
Yeah.
Just add jingles. Yeah.
Oh, Sasha's curly fries and beans. Oh, we're going on the beans again. Which beans?
Now.
Which beans? Come on.
Do you know what? I don't care.
Oh. Well, we had this when we last had this discussion. I was like, a bit ambivalent, but I've recently become rather fond of Aldi beans. They're Bramwell ones.
Yeah, the Bramwell ones. Yeah,
they're very nice
because
I don't like a wet bean. I don't like, when you open it up and you've got like...
Yeah, I don't like that. You've got to let it cook.
I like a thick sauce.
Unctuous bean.
Yeah, and those are nice and thick, and you have to spoon them out of the tin, because they don't just like some of the other ones. You pour it and they just... like a bean sludge comes out.
Yeah, Heinz is a bit like that, I find.
And that's since the episode 1, which was called Beans. That's I've got a new position.
Well, I don't really mind what make of beans, but for the last few months, I've not bought a tin of beans because each time the other half's gone over to visit his parents, he's come back with a load of beans that his dad's given him. Why do they? Because his dad goes to Costco, buys tons of stuff,
right? So he just gets beans and then just
sends them home with him.
Well, that's good thinking. You'd have to buy beans.
He's coming home with carrier bags full of beans. He's full of beans.
Oh, I do love parents. They're great, aren't they? Bless him and his beans.
Full of beans. I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
Because we've come to nearly an hour now, so
Thank
time
you, Emma.
flies, doesn't it, when you're
Thank
having
you.
fun?
Enjoyed having you.
I've enjoyed being had.
Stop moving the microphone.
Sorry, I was getting
touching it. Stop touching it.
Get told off.
Stop touching it. No,
still
when I
touching
say
it.
stop touching it, I mean
No,
stop
look, I'm
touching it.
just going like
Don't
that.
carry
She's
on
touching it and she's saying sorry for touching it.
There.
I've not touched it once.
No, your mic discipline has been excellent. You
I
on
want
the
to
other
squeeze
hand.
it.
Bye.